with you some of my poems that I wrote in my book called Diary of a Jewish Housewife. I chose that name because the material is very personal and written over a number of years. And Frances Thomas has graciously collaborated with me, and she will play some tunes that will set the mood or the theme of some of my poems. I'd like to give you a little background. My mother and father were born in 1875 in a little shtetl, that means a little town, in Poland. They were married in 1900. Incidentally, that little shtetl was very much like the one in Fiddler on the Roof, so you could imagine what it was like, and probably about that same time. Well, my father, they were married in 1900, and my father came to the United States in 1904, leaving my mother behind with 2 children and another one on the way because of the certain circumstances at the time. And my mother followed in 1906. They settled in the Lower East Side slums of New York City. Now, Yiddish was spoken in our home, that's the Jewish language, and I have a few Yiddish words scattered here and there in my poetry, so I'll explain as we go along the meaning. I'll start with Papa, and here are some words. Zoi Shane means so beautiful. Bris is the religious service for circumcision. Weibel, or vibe, is wife. Mensch is a person of fine character. Thinking of Papa. Why didn't you talk to us, Papa? Why didn't you complain? And tell us tales of long ago, of life so full of pain. The years when you were very young. We know you lost your mother. When you were 9, about that time, your father took another. And was she kind to you, and good, and treat you like the others? For soon her hands and heart belong to sisters and to brothers. Rasha, Leah, and Rachmil, Aharon, and Matal. And you were sent apprentice then, a trade to learn, your bread to earn, with tinsmith in your shtetl. Why didn't you talk to us, Papa? Why didn't you complain? How was it when you left Mama for America's Shane and worked so hard and did without? You must have cried and prayed. And when she wrote you had a son, what anguish mixed with joy to miss the birth, the bris, the nurse, and Weibel most of all. 2 years stretched out together then, your family intact, to struggle and to multiply. They made up what you lacked. And I remember clearly still a sugar bowl and one for spoons, and best of all, a blackboard, stool, and children's dishes made of tin. You fashioned all, deft hand and tool, with loving care. No store-bought toys with our possessions could compare. Just once, you startled with a speech. It was on that golden day, with dignity and eloquence, your words of highest praise, the Yiddish meaning so much more than faithful could convey. To your getreue vibe, you paid homage in your way. So, maybe you did talk, Papa, in everything you did. You showed us how to be a mensch, for that is how you lived.